I'm Owen Bigland. This is the Inside Edge video blog. We're now moving into winter 2019. So I want to talk about Vancouver condos and where I kind of see the market kind of trending here over the next year, 18 months. The importance of pricing and having your home showing properly if you're thinking of selling over the next year. Now, in the newspaper or on the radio, you're seeing a lot of analysts now giving their predictions of where the Vancouver condo market is going over the next year, 18 months. The consensus is, and remember, these are just guesses by people. I have no clue really for any certainty of what the market's going to do. We are now finally seeing the Vancouver condo market slowing. It started with the detached market 2 years ago, moved into the luxury market about a year ago. Now we're finally starting to see the prices slightly coming down on some of the condos, 1 bedrooms, 1 and dens, 2 bedrooms, priced under $1 million or $1.1 million. So the consensus, though, is from a lot of people seems to be about 6 to 8% drop in 2019 and then another 3 or 4% in 2020. And I would say that's probably pretty accurate. That's kind of what I blogged about for many years now, about what I call a run-of-the-mill Vancouver correction. I've been through so many of them I lost count. But the last one would have been in 2012, where the market went down about 12, 13, 14%, depending on the type of product. So want to point out to people that if you're thinking of selling your condo in 2019, where inventory is going up, prices are kind of slowly trending lower, you're going to want to be able to price your home properly, and this is going to be critical. This is really what's going to separate the full-time professional realtors, marketers, with the kind of part-time guys who don't know really the downtown market. Pricing here is going to be critical. Over the last 3 or 4 years, when we had a market that was continuing to go up, pricing was always important, but it wasn't as critical as it is going to be going forward here. Because even if you overpriced a home by 30 or 40K last year, let's say, that was fine, because eventually if you gave it enough time on market, the market would catch up to where that price was and you'd get an offer on it. When you've got a market that's trending lower, it's much more important now to price that home correctly the first time. If you're overpriced here and out of no man's land and the market continues to go lower every day or every week or every month, you're in trouble. Those days on market are going to be going up and you're not going to be getting any action on it. So it's important to price it in the game and kind of foresee where the market is going. And that's where an experienced realtor is going to pay dividends for you. That means a realtor who has listings downtown or has listings in Richmond or Kitsilano or wherever and knows the market. He's privy to the type of action he's getting on his current listings. And that can only come with a realtor who has listings, is a marketing specialist and a listing specialist. The other things you're going to want to be aware of is how your unit shows. Now, again, over the last 2 or 3 years, everything has been selling. Even the dog units were selling, and in some cases, those were selling for multiple offers. Now, competition is building, inventory is going up, and prices are slowly starting to come down a bit. You want to set your unit apart from the competition, because in a typical building in Yaletown, it might be yours and 3 other 1-bedroom units coming up. So you want to separate yours from the competition. You've got to have it showing perfectly. And these things don't cost a lot of money. I've done many blogs on it. It can be some decluttering, a little bit of paint, if we've got to do a little bit of staging, cleaning up. All these things will improve the marketability of your home, and it will kind of make your home stand above what some of the competition is. And again, that's going to come from your realtor. That's what you're paying your realtor for. The realtor you hire should be, it's very seldom I've told people that I will come out to a client's home and we'll list it the next day. There's usually some things that we can do that don't cost a lot of money or don't cost anything that we can improve the marketability. Improve the interest, improve the number of parties that come through and look at it, thus improving the selling price we're going to get for it. The other thing I've done many blogs on before too is tenanted properties, and how important I feel it is if you've got a property with a tenant attached to it, especially as we head into a balanced market. I can still sell it for you with the tenant in it, but I can do far better for you if we get that tenant out. Have it vacant, allow me now to show it. We're now opening up the complete demographic of buyers with this. And any investor clients now don't have to assume your tenant. And in a lot of cases, the tenant might be paying $200, $300, $400 below market rent. With the new Tenancy Act now, they have to assume that tenant at that low rent. Much better off to get the tenant out. Easy to do. There's lots of ways we can do it, and I'll walk my client through with the easiest ways to terminate your tenancy agreement legally. It's vacant now. We can show it. We're opening up the entire demographic of buyers. These are little things that when you're into a market that's now balanced, or even eventually we might get into a buyer's market, these are things that are going to set you apart from the competition. And it's why you want to interview a couple of realtors and make sure you're getting the right realtor for it. These are all things that are going to be more money in your pocket. And this is going to be critical going forward in 2019 and 2020. In the past, as I say, you'd list a property, do holdbacks on it, take the offers. Market's changing now, and you're gonna the marketing of your home, the exposure, how the home shows, how it's priced. This is what's going to separate, the rubber from the road here, and who you're hiring to market and sell your home is going to make a huge difference in this type of market. I'm Owen Bigland. If you haven't joined my YouTube channel, please do. I'll see you next week.